start class, I got a gentleman here gonna tell you what they're trying to do to our breed. I need everybody to listen up. This is Josh. Come on, Josh, tell him.
So I'm sure some of you guys are aware about what's going on in the city of Pasadena right now. Earlier than the Pasadena law, Riverside County has already passed a breed-specific mandatory spay and neuter law against pit bulls. That was quickly followed by Riverside City passing the same law. And now the city of Pasadena is trying to double down on that and pass the exact same law as well. It's breed-specific mandatory spay and neuter, which sounds like a good thing. We all want our dogs, you know, to be sterilized or what have you. But that's the only thing that they can legally get away with in the state of California, because you cannot ban dogs in the state of California by breed. So the second best thing for these politicians is to target the dogs by breed through sterilization laws in order to phase them out. That's the philosophy behind these laws. If you attend the meetings and listen to the politicians speak about the dogs, they villainize them wholeheartedly. They call them aggressive, they call them dangerous, they call them inherently vicious. There's a councilman in Pasadena right now, his name's Steve Madison, who wants to ban pit bulls from Pasadena. He knows it can't happen currently, so they've instructed the Pasadena City Council to ask the state legislators if there's people up in Sacramento that would have any interest in overturning the state law. So not only are they trying to push this breed-specific mandatory spay and neuter law through, but they're also intending, if possible, to change state law, which then they can come in a year or two later, ban the dogs 6 months later, who knows. The likability of that happening is probably low, but the point is they intend to do it. There's politicians in Pasadena right now that want to ban the dogs, and the ordinance for breed-specific mandatory spay and neuter is going to be voted on tomorrow. I'm here, I have flyers which kind of detail an overall background from a public safety standpoint. It also briefly details what's going on in Pasadena specifically. And then I've included a lot of the quotes from Steve Madison, who's the councilman who wants to ban the dogs, just so you guys can read his own words and see, you know, the intention's nasty. Down at the bottom of the flyer, it has a location of the meeting. It starts at 7 o'clock tomorrow in Pasadena at City Hall. Anybody that shows up can speak. It's an agendized item, so even if 200 people show up and they all want to speak, they can all speak. The meeting may go 5 hours. If it has to go 5 hours, that's as long as it's going to go, and then they'll vote on it at the end. It's important to show up and you know, speak out on behalf of your dog, on behalf of the breed. Speak out against the intent to villainize the dogs by the way that they look, because that's all they're doing. Is, you know, a pit bull is a all-encompassing term nowadays. It doesn't represent a specific breed. It represents a dog that you look at it looks a certain way. That's a pit bull mix. This could be anywhere from 5% of the dog population up to 30% or more. Who knows? That's millions of dogs that they're just vaguely criminalizing because it looks a certain way. This is wrong. It's wrong to do it to a person. It's wrong to do it to a dog. It's the same philosophy. So please, if you have the time, show up, speak, or if you don't want to speak, just show up in solidarity and support, and be there. Oh yeah. Yeah, even if you're not residents of Pasadena, for two reasons. First reason is, like I started the comment, this started in Riverside County. The ordinance has been taken verbatim, word for word, and passed in Riverside City. They took the ordinance verbatim and are trying to pass it in Pasadena. So if it passes in Pasadena, I've heard rumblings that LA County could potentially be next. This is going to go from city to city if it keeps passing. So it's important to stop the domino effect now. And the second reason is, the extra layer is they're intending to change state law. This is an extra step that Riverside County and city hasn't even taken. So just on that alone, this involves all California citizens, because if they're able to change state law and wipe out that provision, which currently states that you cannot breed ban, 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now, they might be able to breed ban. And if that goes into effect, whatever city it is, it means you got to potentially move out or get rid of your dog. This is going to affect low-income communities. Dogs are going to end up in shelters. They're going to be summarily killed, more so than they're already killed, which their kill rates are extraordinarily high already. The last thing I wanted to get to is the council meeting's tomorrow, but we're doing a meetup today for anybody that wants to go, wants to speak. We're just doing a get-together for people that want to get together and bounce off ideas, bounce off comments, hash out different comments, share thoughts with like-minded individuals. That's going to be in Glendale today at 2 o'clock. I can give you the address to that as well if you're interested. But the flyer is here, so anybody can pick it up, and I thank you very much for your time.
Hey, give this man a hand.
And I just want to reiterate too that this may be Pasadena right now in Riverside County, but they're all playing off of each other and they all intend to sort of join the bandwagon. We really need to unite and show them that we're not going to tolerate this anywhere. Because as soon as they started talking about repealing the state law, they brought this to a state level. So regardless of whether you're from Pasadena, they're going to try to backtrack and say we're just doing this as breed-specific legislation. They're already trying to backtrack on it, but they've said it in past council meetings that they fully intend to try to repeal the state law, which means everyone is going to be affected and everyone should come. So it's really important because I think that if they get this momentum going where they can pass it in one jurisdiction with ease and keep doing it, it's going to be much easier for them. So I think we need to really be vocal and oppose it. So if you can come tomorrow, please do. It's really important for all of us. What's that? Night, right? It's at night.
Yeah, it's at 7 o'clock tomorrow, and just so you know, the room is about the room's fairly small. It could probably fit maybe 150 people max. I have a Facebook event out already. My website's swaylove.org. You may not know my name. You may know my website. According to the event that I...
What is it again?
Website.
Swaylove.org. SWAYLOVE.org. The event that I've put out, it's been up for about 2 weeks, and there's already almost close to 400 people claiming to possibly attend. Chances are half that may be attending, but still, that's standing room only. It's going to pack the room. There's going to be people out in the hallways. They'll roll TVs out into the hallways. It'll live stream. You can still comment even if you don't get a seat. And the address, the time for the meeting is on the flyer. If you want to also come to the meetup, that's today in Glendale, that address is not on the flyer. So if you want to come today, come up to me and I can give it to you. It's right here. I just didn't think to put it on the flyer. That's my bad.
Okay, thank you, Josh. Thanks.